There is a version of you that nobody has ever met. A version that doesn't flinch. A version that doesn't quit. A version that looks at every obstacle, every setback, every person who counted them out, and smiles. That version of you is not a fantasy. It's waiting, right now, on the other side of everything you've been avoiding. Let me ask you something honest. When was the last time you looked in the mirror, really looked, and felt proud of the person staring back at you? Not proud of what you have, not proud of your title, your followers, your car, proud of who you are. Because most people can't answer that question. Most people wake up every single morning, grab their phone before their feet even hit the floor, scroll through other people's highlight reels, and spend the rest of the day feeling behind. Feeling like everyone else got the manual, like everyone else figured it out, like you're running a race where you don't even know the route. And the worst part, you know you're capable of more, deep down, in the part of you that you tried to silence. You know there's a fire in you that you have never fully let burn. You've been playing it safe, playing it small, waiting for the right moment, the right circumstances, the right sign. Raise voice, and that waiting is costing you everything. I want to tell you about a man named David Goggins, born into poverty, abused as a child, stuttered when he spoke, grew up with a learning disability. By his mid-20s, he weighed 300 pounds, worked a night job spraying cockroaches for a living, and he hated himself. He would come home before sunrise, sit in that cockroach spraying uniform, eat chocolate cake, and watch television. And every single night he told himself the same lie. Tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? But one night, something cracked open inside of him. He saw a TV commercial for the Navy SEALs, and something primal, something raw, something he had buried under years of excuses and self-pity, woke up. He didn't have the weight requirement. He didn't have the fitness level. He had weeks, not months, to qualify, and he did it anyway. He ran through shin splints. He trained through stress fractures. He failed SEAL training not once, not twice, 3 times. And he went back every single time. Today, David Goggins is one of the most elite human beings to ever walk this planet. Ultra-marathon runner, world record holder, a man who ran 100 miles on broken legs. But here's what nobody talks about. Slow down. This is the turn. It wasn't the Navy SEALs that changed him. It wasn't the trophies. It wasn't the records. It was the decision. One decision in a dirty apartment, in a cockroach uniform at rock bottom. The decision to stop negotiating with his own weakness. That is the savage mentality. So what is the savage mentality? Let me be very clear about what it is not. It is not aggression. It is not arrogance. It is not walking around with a chip on your shoulder, acting like the world owes you something. The savage mentality is a covenant you make with yourself. It is a standard that says, I will not be mastered by my comfort. I will not be defined by my past. I will not be limited by other people's opinions of my potential. Lesson 1, your mind will always quit before your body does. Always. The moment it gets hard, the moment the alarm goes off at 5 a.m., the moment the rejection comes, the moment the business fails, the moment the relationship breaks, your brain will hand you 1,000 reasons to stop. The savage doesn't negotiate with that voice. They hear it, they acknowledge it, and then they move anyway. Lesson 2, comfort is the enemy disguised as your friend. Every time you choose Netflix over your goals, every time you sleep in instead of showing up, every time you say, I'll start Monday, comfort is not rewarding you. It is robbing you. It is stealing the life you were supposed to live, one small compromise at a time. Lesson 3, your greatest competition is who you were yesterday, not your colleague, not your competitor, not the person on Instagram who seems to have it all figured out. Yesterday's version of you, that is the only race that matters. Are you better today than you were yesterday? By 1%, by one push-up, by one page, by one honest conversation. Savage people don't compare themselves sideways. They compare themselves backward. So how do you build this mentality? Because it doesn't come from watching speeches. It comes from what you do when this video ends. Step 1. Make the decision before the moment. The reason most people fail isn't lack of talent. It's that they wait until they're in the hard moment to decide how they'll respond to it. The savage decides before the alarm goes off. They've already decided they're getting up. Before the temptation arrives, they've already decided they're walking past it. Make the decision in advance, and then honor it like a contract. Step 2. Embrace discomfort as a daily practice. Not occasionally, not when it's convenient. Daily. Cold shower, hard conversation, heavy lift, the thing you've been postponing for 3 weeks. Do it today, not because it's comfortable, because it isn't. Every time you do the hard thing, you are telling your nervous system, I am the master here, not you. Step 3. Control your environment. You cannot build a savage mind in a soft environment. Who are you spending your time with? What are you feeding your eyes before you sleep? What are you listening to when you wake up? Your environment is either programming you for greatness or conditioning you for mediocrity. There is no neutral. Step 4. Keep the promise you make to yourself. This is the deepest one. Every time you break a promise to yourself, every time you say, I will, and then you don't, you chip away at the one thing you cannot trade, your belief in yourself. And every time you keep that promise, even when it's small, even when no one's watching, even when you don't feel like it, you build something unbreakable. Step 5. Make peace with being misunderstood. The savage path is lonely. Your friends won't always understand why you wake up early, why you say no to certain things, why you're so serious about your goals. Let them misunderstand you. Your vision was never meant to be understood by everyone, only achieved by you. I want to leave you with this. There will come a day, and you don't know when, but there will come a day when this version of you will look back. You will look back at this exact moment, this exact season of struggle, this exact version of yourself that felt lost, that felt behind, that wasn't sure if it was worth it. And you will either look back with pride and say, I didn't quit, I didn't fold, I showed up when it was hard, and I became everything I said I would become. Or you will look back with regret, and regret is the heaviest thing a human being can carry. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be fearless. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to decide, right now, in this moment, today, that you will not betray the person you are capable of becoming. The world doesn't need another person who is almost great. The world needs you, fully, unleashed, unapologetic, with a savage mentality. Most people die at 25 and aren't buried until 75. Don't be most people. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be.